UFO incident at Ellsworth, South Dakota expanded report under the Freedom of Information Act. The details of this astonishing case were obtained through the Freedom of Information Act and were first made public by PhD holder Mr. Warren York. This data had been kept in classified archives for a long time, with the incident itself categorized as a potential threat to national security. The events described below took place on November 16, 1977, near a military facility outside the town of Ellsworth, South Dakota, 7 miles southwest of Nisland. At 8:59 p.m. local time, a distress signal was received from Grid L9 at the monitoring station. First-class pilot Phillips and Lieutenant Alex Limbs from the Internal Security Division were immediately dispatched to the site to investigate. The initial reports indicated unauthorized entry into a restricted area near one of the intermediate-range missile silos. At 9:12 p.m., Limbs reported unusual activity and requested reinforcements. Officers Jenkins and Reich were mobilized and arrived at the site by 9:32 p.m. Their arrival marked the beginning of a chain of shocking and unexplainable events. Jenkins and Reich began by inspecting the perimeter fencing. Several sections showed clear signs of deformation, as if someone had melted the metal from the inside. At that moment, Reich noticed a light, a strange, pulsating greenish glow emanating from the top of a nearby hill. "I'll go check it out," he told Jenkins, leaving him to watch over the perimeter. At the top of the hill, Reich witnessed something unbelievable. A humanoid figure clad in a shimmering metallic suit with a green tint was slowly approaching the fence. The figure wore a massive helmet with a fully closed visor. The pilot shouted a command to stop, but the figure kept moving. Reich raised his rifle, but in the next instant, the stranger aimed a device, seemingly a weapon, at him. A blinding flash of white-green light erupted, and the rifle vanished as if vaporized. Reich fell, screaming in pain, his arms severely burned. Later, doctors confirmed second- and third-degree burns. Receiving Reich's distress report, Jenkins contacted the command post while trying to hold the perimeter. Soon, he spotted 2 new visitors, wearing the same glowing suits. They casually stepped over the metal fence, seemingly unaffected by it. Jenkins fired twice. One bullet struck one figure in the back, the other hit the helmet of the second. The intruders fell, but rose again after 15 seconds, as though the shots had done no harm. One of them then pointed a device emitting light at Jenkins, causing him to lose balance and collapse. From his position on the ground, Jenkins saw the 3 aliens approach a small object, a flying craft about 20 feet in diameter. It hovered about a meter above the ground, emitting a dim greenish glow. Once the beings entered it, the craft silently lifted into the sky and vanished into the night at a speed beyond the capabilities of any known aircraft. At 10:30 p.m., a reinforced unit of military police and radiation protection specialists arrived at the scene. The area was completely cordoned off. Radiation readings revealed elevated levels, between 1.7 and 2.9 Roentgens, indicating the use of an unknown energy source. Later, a special investigator from the Pentagon, Colonel Harper, arrived at the base and was handed the full report. Upon inspecting the L9 missile silo, it was discovered that one of the warheads was missing its nuclear components. There were no signs of forced entry. This discovery caused a panic among the base command. Over the following 48 hours, the 3 witnesses, Reich, Jenkins, and Phillips, were isolated and interrogated by intelligence specialists. They were examined by both medical personnel and psychologists, yet their testimonies remained consistent and aligned. No trace of Reich's weapon or its fragments was ever found, despite the hill being thoroughly searched by drones and ground teams. 3 weeks later, without official explanation, Phillips was reassigned to another unit. Jenkins was discharged for medical reasons, and Reich remained in the hospital, where, according to rumors, he received visits from men in civilian clothes. The document containing these accounts was only partially declassified, with many names and details redacted. Nevertheless, the remaining fragments make it clear that this incident was one of the most mysterious and serious encounters with unknown technology in recorded history. No one has been able to explain how the nuclear components disappeared, who the beings in glowing suits were, or what kind of technology they used. One thing is certain: The Ellsworth incident became a turning point in the military's approach to anomalous phenomena. From that moment on, each such event was recorded with increase.